What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for all clicking into another video. Hope you're all doing well, and it's time to talk about Raw after War Games. And straight away out of War Games, here comes CM Punk kicking off Monday Night Raw, making his intentions clear. He wants to be in the main event of WrestleMania, whether it's for the title or he's holding the title. Who knows what he wants? But he made his intentions very clear. He wants that gold. That's all he's thinking about. He's not thinking about Seth Rollins. Here comes, whoa, straight to the ring. And he's got a problem with CM Punk. And like I said, CM Punk says, yeah, I ain't got time to think about you, mate. I'm looking for the gold. And Seth Rollins is not happy about that. He shoves him down. They have a bit of a pull-apart brawl. This is obviously, we all know where this is going. This is going to a match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk at WrestleMania. It will be really good. The story will be fantastic. And these two, there's a little bit of heated rivalry there. I like it where it crosses the line. The shades of grey, where people believe it could actually be where they really don't like each other, and you can make money out of that. You really can. You don't need any titles for that. One-on-one, it's going to be fantastic. Both of them great storytellers. Both of them great in the ring. It will be really good. And the pull-apart brawl features Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. They come out to break it up, and then we have Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins go back and forth on the mic. Seth Rollins is not happy that Sami's now teaming with CM Punk. He's teaming with Roman Reigns. He's pretty much back in the bloodline again. He's not happy after everything that went down last year, taking down Roman Reigns and all of that, and now Sami's back where he was a couple of years ago now, in the bloodline. He's Sami Uso once again, and Sami's got a problem with that. He doesn't like the way he talks about Jey, and yeah, match is made. Of course it is. Main event tonight. Sami and Seth Rollins have the power just to make the main event match, and we're off and running for the show. Next up, women's tag team match. Liv and Raquel defeat Damage Control, and here comes Rhea bloody Ripley to the ring. Super Rhea on her way to the ring, attacks. Liv Morgan retreats. Raquel and her have a bit of a brawl, and Raquel actually gets the better of Rhea, throws her into the table, and then she tries to sell the orbital socket again, and gets up and tries to sell it, and yeah, it's not great selling from Rhea really. Could have done better there, but she's pretty much back on her feet within seconds again. But here comes security to break it all up, and that's the end of that segment for those women. And then we go to another women's match, and it's the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament time. And I have no problem with women having more titles when they deserve them, when the roster is deep enough to warrant them, when the talent is there. And unfortunately, that's questionable in all those aspects. And then they go and just be really lazy, copy and paste, doing exactly the same thing they're doing for the Women's United States Championship that they're going to do. They do it the same exact tournament on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. And that just screams that the creative is just lazy again. And are they really going to care about these titles? Are they really going to push these titles, or is it just going to be two more titles on the show? I mean, look at what they're doing with the women's tag team titles at the moment. We don't see them very often. Are we going to see these titles as often? Is it just going to be, yeah, there's a match, no creative for the women again, just have a match for the title? There you go, two women in the ring having a match. The match itself for the qualifier, the triple threat match, Shayna, Dakota, Katana, Chance, wasn't bad, wasn't great. It was middle of the road. It wasn't fantastic. Dakota gets the win, not surprising really. She's the only one that they look like they're going to push out of the ones they've done. She had a package a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, they're trying to turn her baby face, and they've never done anything with Shayna on the main roster when they could have and should have maybe. And as for Katana, Chance, yeah, no way. Match was what it was, and Dakota's probably one of the favourites, so I'll win the whole damn thing probably. From looking at who else is in this, the talent is just not there. It really isn't. The depth isn't really there. Maybe on the Raw side, I don't know about the SmackDown side, definitely not. Raw side, possibly. SmackDown, I don't think so. Then we go to the New Day celebration. 10 years, it's been 10 years. And they mentioned, I think it was Wade Barrett, that Big E's been out for 4 of those years. That's surprising. I thought it was shorter than that. I really did. And you're wondering where is Big E. It's first of all it's Xavier and it's Kofi coming to the ring. And yeah, they're pretty much saying, yeah, we're going to split up. We're done. It's over. And we're thinking all this time, months and months that they've been building to this, one of Kofi or Xavier is going to turn on the other one. That's what they're heading towards. That's what they're going to do, and it's going to be no more New Day. And that's what it looks like. The way it's heading, they're going to split. They say that, but they're not going to turn on each other. It's just amicable. No more New Day. That's what they said. And then the music hits. It's Big E's music. Crowd go wild. Big E hasn't been around for a long time. Like Wade Barrett said, 4 years. That was surprising. Here comes Big E to the ring and has an emotional speech. And really good on the mic, Big E here. And this was actually a decent segment from the New Day. I will give them that. And it's interesting now to see where this goes. After Big E's emotional speech, Xavier turns on him. And I think majority of people were expecting him to do that. After Big E says, yeah, I'll come back and be your manager, Xavier is like, well, why didn't you come back sooner? Where the hell have you been? It's been 4 years. 4 years with a broken neck, and he's kind of got a point. It's been 4 years. He's been on pre-shows, knocking around with Wade Barrett on a pre-show, and yeah, that hasn't got the time to go see his boys, the New Day. And then out of nowhere, Kofi does the same, and a bit harsher. It really was. A bit more zing to it. Really did. Bit of a kick to it. Yeah. And they both turn on Big E. Tell him to leave. Go back to his desk job. They don't need him anymore. They don't want him around anymore. They're tired of him holding him back. They could have evolved. And they're right. They could have evolved as characters. There were actually some truths in this which made it pretty good. It was probably the best thing they could have done. And they delivered on it. I was very surprised. Where do we go from here? A heel tag team? A new name? A new group? No more New Day? That's what they said. We'll have to wait and see on that one. That was interesting, and I'm wondering what's going to happen next now. Something finally different with the New Day. Finally, these characters can evolve and be a bit more serious. That's what I'd like to see. No more dancing, singing and joking around. Get serious now. Kross promo. That was pretty decent. I like carrying Kross's promos. He's good at cutting promos. I don't mind his promos. They are good. Says he can't get them in the ring and they should be nowhere near the ring. The White Six should be nowhere near the ring. We all know that now. That test has failed. Just be more creative with them. If you are going to use them, be more creative. I want to see the stuff that they did with Bray Wyatt, all that cinematic stuff that they did with him, like the broken Matt Hardy stuff, all that sort of stuff. Do it here. I think they deserve it. Give it a chance. It could be really good. People could really like it. Should have done it from the beginning, but they didn't. After that first night when they debuted, that's all they should have done. Stuff like that again, every now and again, and build up, and then yeah. But no, they put them in the ring far too soon, and they were done. Done. Talk about done. Or Dom. He met Gunther earlier on in the Gunther saw Finn Balor earlier on in the night and wasn't happy with what Finn did at Survivor Series, and Finn wasn't happy either. But Gunther wasn't thanking him for saving him, for helping him retain the title. Got a little bit of a point there, his old Finn. And Gunther weren't happy, but he'd rather face Dominic tonight. What the fuck? Why aren't you slapping the shit out of Finn straight there and then, taking him to the ring, beating the fuck out of him, Gunther, like you should have done? No, I'll face the weaker one of the group, Dominic, thank you very much. Gunther beats the shit out of Dominic. Of course he does. And Finn Balor attacks after the match. Of course he does. We saw it coming a mile away. And yeah, Finn Balor versus Gunther. Saturday night's main event gets made after the match, after Finn Balor. 3 coup de grace. I don't mind Finn challenging for the title. I just don't like Gunther constantly getting beat down. I've seen enough of it to last me a lifetime. He's supposed to be a strong champion, and every week he's on his back. Every week on Raw, Gunther is on his back. Been laid out. Pete Dunne's backstage interview, and out of nowhere we see people running past, and the cameraman goes, follows them for some, because yeah, whenever you see people running, you got to follow. And it's Jey Uso's been attacked. Who done it? It was a who done it. Who done it? We'll have to find out later on, won't we? That's why we did find out later on. I think we all know who it was. Then we get the Truth versus Pete Dunne match, and Pete Dunne is done out here. Butch, whatever we're calling him now, he is a butch. Got treated like a butch. Getting booked like a butch. He gets distracted by the fans chanting. You're supposed to be a professional wrestler and you're getting distracted by the fans chanting, and you're getting rolled up by R-Truth. 1, 2, 3. Big fat L. Rolled up and smoked by R-Truth. Break a little, had a bit of a segment backstage with Ludwig Kaiser, and they're going to go one-on-one with each other. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Saturday night's main event, that'll be pretty decent. I'm looking forward to those two going one-on-one. Should be really good. Should have happened at Survivor Series, in my opinion. Sheamus was just in the way. But yeah, Breaker versus Kaiser makes all sort of sense. They could have a great series of matches, a great feud. Kaiser could sneak the title away from Breaker for a couple of months or weeks. Breaker could win it back eventually, chasing for the title for a little bit. I think that'd be quite interesting. I also think it'd be quite interesting, the relationship between Kaiser and Gunther at the moment. It looks like they're turning Gunther babyface, and maybe we could have a little, if Kaiser does win that title, he could pull away from Gunther then finally and move out of his shadow, like Breaker said he should be doing, and he should be doing, because his stock is falling after what they're doing to him. He's laying on his back every week. Well, Sami's not happy. He's backstage asking Adam Pearce who done it. Of course, Adam Pearce ain't got a clue. He's useless as a general manager. He's a crap general manager. I'm sorry, a general manager is always better when they're one or t'other, babyface or heel. Really, to one side or the other, and they've got issues, they've got problems. But there's nothing with Adam Pearce. There's nothing about him. He should have some. He should have some storylines and some issues backstage, whether it's with talent or with himself. Everyone's got issues, and they should play on that more. He should have more of a character, more of a role on the show, be more of a character in the show. If not, get someone else who can do it. Because he's boring. Boring. If he can do it, let him do it. But we don't see enough. He's just constantly just running around shouting at people. That's not a character. He's just a fucking idiot. Well, Sami thinks it's Seth who done it, and Pearce doesn't know. And then Finn finds Pearce as well, and gets a match after attacking Gunther. Gets a match at Saturday night's main event, and Pearce lets him know, yeah, I want to talk about that other title at some point as well. And Finn's like, what other title? What other title? Oh yeah, he's a tag team champion. Forgot about that, didn't we? He had like one title defence. It's a joke the way they book those tag team titles, and of course Finn would forget about it. In the bottom of his bag somewhere, just forgotten about the title. Most people have. Main event, Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. What a pathetic finish to the match. Sami gets a chair. He's angry that he thinks Seth attacked Jey, and he's going to attack him with it. Just fuck the match, yeah, who cares? And I'm just going to lose the match and just attack you anyway. Then Seth's like, I didn't do it, wasn't me, I promise. Dumps the chair out the ring, turns around, gets rolled up, 1, 2, 3. Seth sneaks the win. Seth gets out of the ring, leaves, telling Sami, yeah, you need to use your head a bit more, mate. And off he goes. And then out of nowhere, he's back. He's back. The Mac is back. Return of the Mac, yes it is. Drew McIntyre Return of the Mac. It was Drew. It was Drew all along. Drew attack Jay. He's back. Yeah, and he's not happy. He never liked the bloodline the last time they were around, and now they're back. He ain't gonna be happy about that. He didn't. And when we know he don't like CM Punk as well, so he ain't gonna be happy about that. There you go. Was what it was. Great to see Drew McIntyre back. The return of the Mac and he's back once again. What are we all going to do now? Where is this going now? What are we going to do with Drew McIntyre now? He's back on the scene. Very interesting times now. Great way to end the show as well. With Drew in the ring, standing tall after kicking the head off of Sami Zayn out of nowhere. No one saw that coming. Drew McIntyre returns. They could have done that at Survivor Series at the end. That would have been pretty cool if Drew McIntyre had come out. But they saved it for Raw, which was good. Good way to finish the show. A decent show for Raw after Survivor Series. I didn't mind it. Ups and downs, twists and turns, some good segments that I didn't mind whatsoever. Yeah, and we're building towards the end of the year and onto the road to WrestleMania. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Smash that subscribe button.